Well, it's a project that's been in the works for over a decade now. The city of Winona broke ground for its historic clock tower today. COVID and cost increases stopped the clock on the $400,000 project, but things are back on track. Keely Shields was in Winona today for the ceremony, and she joins us live in the studio with more. Keely.
What's going up in Winona is more than just a clock. The project presents pieces of the past and present, and some say this step is just the beginning of what to expect for the future.
Small towns like Winona come together over a project like this. The clock tower represents a lot of what our past is, that there was a downtown area that was thriving. Over the years, like many small towns, we have lost a number of businesses, and we're hoping that by putting this clock tower right downtown, it's going to remind people of the importance of small town Mississippi and the downtown area.
The historic clock tower was the central feature of the Montgomery County Courthouse when it was built in 1903. In 1976, the courthouse was torn down, the clock was sold, and it ended up in a mall in Wisconsin. Nearly 40 years later, a group of Winona residents decided it was time to bring the clock back home.
In 2010, local residents found out that they were going to tear them all down, and efforts began to get the clock back home. Then Mayor Jerry Flowers approached the Board of Aldermen, and they approved him negotiating a price, and local residents raised the money to buy the clock back.
With the clock back home, people wanted to give it a prominent place in the city once again. Plans were put in place, but the COVID pandemic increased the price of materials. That sent the design team back to the drawing board.
It will be lovely. It's going to be a roundabout, which will make it so that when people come downtown, they will literally have to look at the clock tower to go around it.
One thing is for certain, this clock is the first strike to the future.
For us as the clock committee, we see this as a way to revitalize downtown Winona and bring businesses back downtown to beautify this area. And we really hope that this clock tower will be a catalyst for transformation downtown in Winona and throughout the city of Winona.
With the groundbreaking, the clock is running to get the project finished. Senator Chasanoff says work is expected to take a few months, and she invites everyone to come watch the progress and see the finished product.